Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanika, and in today's video we are going to be doing round 3 of the curls battle, where I am testing which hot tools gives me the best curls. So just a quick recap. Round 1, I tried curling my hair with the straightener. Round 2, I tried curling my hair with a curling iron. I will link both videos down below in the description box. For today, round 3, I am going to be using my Conair hair curler. So this one is called the Conair Infiniti Pro Curl Secret. Mine is from Amazon. It'll be in the description box below. I have used this just once before, but it's been quite a long time, so I wanted to include this in the curls battle. So this is what it looks like. It has only 2 settings, high and low. I'm going to be putting mine on high, obviously. And it has 3 time settings. So you can have it set for 8 seconds, 10 seconds, and 12 seconds. I probably will set it at 12 seconds. So 12 seconds is how long the hair will stay inside of the barrel, and that's how long it'll stay in and be curled. For prep, just like last time, I shampooed my hair twice with my Joico Hydro Splash shampoo, and then I conditioned my hair with my Tresemme conditioner. I applied my Cantu leave-in moisturizer / heat protectant, and then I blow dried my hair as I normally did. For today's video, to hold the curls in, I am going to be using my regular Herbal Hairspray. This has a hold of 4. My hair is already sectioned. I have an assortment of clips and pins and combs and brushes. I am going to work my way from the back to the front. So this is my back portion. I am going to section out about an inch of a piece and pin the rest of it up. And my hair is not straightened, so this will be interesting to see how well the roots look. So I believe you just put your hair inside of the barrel, keep it opened as you put your hair in, and then press down. You'll hear the barrel spin around, and then it'll beep or click when it's time for your hair to be released. So I put my hair in. I'm going to try to put it close to the top. So you'll get a double beep. Oh, wow. When it's time to open the barrel up and release your hair. So this is the first piece. I am quite impressed. So let's do another one. I really am going to try to do small sections this time, especially since the barrel is small and the space inside of the curler is small, and I don't want my hair to get tangled up, which is a possibility if you use too big of a section. So make sure it's nice and smooth. Put my hair in. And I believe it'll give you a double beep like that if something is wrong, which usually your section is just too big. So I'm going to split that section in half and try again. Yep, so all the hair was pulled up. I definitely already like the ease of this curler. Beep. And then let go. Perfect. So I am going to speed through the rest of my hair, and I will check in a little bit. wanted to check in as I am about 75 to 80% done my hair. The back is all finished and this front portion is finished. It looks great, but I don't want to go over my review yet, as I feel like there are some important things that I should say at least before going into the review, and I wanted to say them while showing my explanation at the same time. So the way this styler curler is designed, it's quite bulky on the outside. So I just want to say the front portion is not hot, the back is, and it'll say warning, do not use this side towards head, and it'll say this side towards head. So at least it gives you instructions on how it should be used. It is not impossible to get close to the roots, but it is not easy because it is so bulky on the outside. And that's why it's so important to take your time and use small sections. So I thought I would be able to get away with a section that's about this thick, this size. No, absolutely not. I was wrong. I needed probably half of that to avoid issues. So this is the section I'm going to take. I'm going to pin the rest out of the way. I thought this tool would be simple and easy, but there is a little bit of thought that has to go into it, as you saw in some of the previous clips. So I would say take as small a section as possible. Do not try to go into taking big sections. Smooth out that section with a comb from the top all the way to the bottom. Make sure it is smooth, and you can get close to the roots, but for me it's more so 2 to 3 inches away from my scalp. I'm not able to get any closer. So this is what it should sound like when you are going to get a good curl and you've done it right. So the hair was able to be sucked in, you heard a beep, you heard the timer, and you will hear a double beep, so 2 beeps when it's done curling your hair, so you know to release. So the barrel doesn't release the hair on its own. You just open up the clamps and you gently and slowly glide the curler down to release the hair. So I'm going to go over it one more time. So a small section again. Smooth it out, top to bottom. You can put it in right at the top, close to the roots. I think it helps to hold that section in your hand until it's done. Clamp down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double beep. Open up and release. And you got a good curl. So in the previous clips, I was trying to take bigger sections, and you will hear you'll hear your hair get tangled up inside of the chamber as it wraps around the barrel. And that is where I come into my warning. It is a pain in the butt when your hair gets tangled. Do everything you possibly can to avoid your hair getting tangled in these chambers. As you saw, I plugged out the curler, and I basically have to yank my hair out of the chamber to get it out. Once it's tangled, it really is tightly wound around the barrel, and I did have to yank and rip my hair to get it out. And you want to do it quickly, as your hair is wrapped around a hot tool and you want to avoid your hair frying or getting damaged, or worse, being burnt right off. So that is my little warning when using this, but I will talk more about that when I go into the review. So yes, once again, really important, try your best to use small sections, smooth through, top to bottom, put it at the top, clamp down, hold, and see, you'll hear a double beep if something went wrong. Take it out and try again. Don't try to force it to keep curling, because then you'll make that whatever tangle or mistake you made worse. So take your hair out and try again. And you'll be able to hear, so it's, in a way, it speaks to you when you're doing your curls correctly, which I like. And let go. So I'm going to finish and then get back to showing the final results and the review. So this is the final look of the curls. I'm all done. Super soft, fluffy, bouncy. This is the side, and this is the back shot. I love it. So I am going to get into my review now. All right, review time. So category number 1 I'm going to start with is the appearance of the curls, just like the other 2 rounds. These curls I love. I am obsessed with it. As you know, I do like the more spirally ribbon ringlet looking type of curls, and these are just gorgeous. They are so uniform looking. They're not 100% perfect because obviously my sections aren't going to all be identical, but they do look almost identical, which I love. For a more polished look, if I wanted it to be more effortless, I wouldn't care if the curls look different. But for this, they do look really, really nice from top to bottom for the majority of the curls. And the bottom looks good. I will say that I do notice that the middle portion of this section has the curls looking the most defined, but either way, I am still pleased. I would like to mention that with this curler specifically, you do not have the option of changing the direction the barrel spins. Therefore, all your curls will be going in the same direction. So you do run the risk of all your curls eventually clumping together since they're all going in the same direction. But I do think that you will get a more defined curl and it'll be more tighter if you keep the hair in the barrel longer. So if you do a longer timer setting. And if the curl is more ribbon-like, more tight, less likely to kind of clump together, I think. Hopefully that makes sense. Versus if your curls are looser, it's more likely that all the strands are gonna kind of jumble together. But either way, I think these are amazing on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. I would put these curls the way they look at a 5, which is the highest rating we've had so far for the curls battle. So definitely a 5 in terms of appearance. Now for difficulty level. So as you saw through the clips, sometimes I was able to kind of just glide through the process. Other times I did have difficulty. That's why I wanted to incorporate that little caution warning part about making sure you do take your time with your sections, making sure you are feeding it into the chamber so that the hair does wrap around the barrel and doesn't get caught, and then you don't have to pull that section of hair out and risk damaging your hair. So there is a little bit of thought that goes into it. But on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most difficult, I would put this at maybe a 2.5, a 3. I like the fact that your fingers aren't really going to get burned, which is awesome. And the curler does the majority of the work for you. Rather than you having to kind of do most of the manipulating with your hands and your wrists like the way you do with the straightener and the curling iron. So 2.5, at 2.5, I put it like at a 2.5 in terms of difficulty. So fairly easy. Just make sure you keep an eye on how big your sections are and how you're feeding it through the barrel so that you do not end up getting frustrated and having to pull your hair and risk damaging it. Now, for length of time, third category, how long it took. It took 2 hours. In comparison to the straightener and the curling iron, that took about an hour and 15 minutes. This took 2 full hours. Obviously, because you do have to use smaller sections, so that's automatically going to take more time. And then I'm putting the curler on the highest timer setting, so the hair is inside of the chamber and on the barrel for a longer amount of time, so that makes it take longer. So if you're somebody who's looking for some just quick curls, this is not the tool for you. I would suggest doing the straightener or the curling iron. If you do have the time to dedicate and you do want more of a fun ribbon-like bouncy curl effect, I would say to give this a try. Just be warned that it does take some time to do your entire head, especially if your hair is thick and especially if your hair is long. If your hair is longer than mine, you're gonna be in for a half a day to get all your hair curled. And if your hair is shorter than mine or thinner than mine, it should be quite a simple process for you to do your whole entire head. But overall, I love the way they look. I love the way they feel. I only used hairspray on the back portion of my hair. I did want to keep the curls a little bit softer this time. Would I do this again? Absolutely. I just would make sure I set aside enough time so I can go really slow and take small sections. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment in the description box below if you've ever used the Conair Infiniti Pro curl styler, or if you've used a curling tool that's similar in design. Let me know. And hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.